Hello, boys and ghouls. Welcome to the subwayratpodcast. It's been a long time since I've released an episode, but I really don't plan on abandoning this beautiful project I have embarked on. Sorry for not keeping it constant, but oh well, oh well, oh well. Today's food for thought is, like many people, I always have tattoo ideas going through my brain. So I came up with one that I feel is really funny and really witty. Let me know what you think, okay? So those of you who know me know I love presents more than the average Joe. Some people are very embarrassed when they receive presents. Some people are very polite when they receive presents. I am like a little orangutan at the age of 6 months receiving a delicious meal. So I thought of doing a clever wordplay, which is live in the presence. Let me know what you think. Live in the presence, okay? I'm not gonna explain it because something's funny when you don't need to explain it. So, anyways, today's guest is Gabi Edge from Barcelona, from Appraise, from Can't Keep Us Down, from Vida Cafe. And he's all over the map. And he's been all over the map many times. Unfortunately, he just had to postpone and cancel his Can't Keep Us Down festival. Well, show. He doesn't like to call it festival. This week. When we did the podcast, it was still on the road. It was still gonna happen, but it's postponed. But Vida Cafe is still open, so if you're in Barcelona, go hit it up and pick up an Appraise record, if you will. So without further ado, please enjoy my conversation with my friend Gabi Edge of Appraise, Can't Keep Us Down, and Vida Cafe. Gabi, welcome to my beautiful and wonderful Subway Rat podcast. It's such a pleasure to have you here with me. Thank you for joining me. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And before we started talking, can you share with the audience what you're eating exactly, please?
Well, actually, it's called mantecado. I don't know actually the name in English, but it's kind of a Christmas dessert.
Yeah.
It's good. It's tasty. A lot of cinnamon, sugar, and it's the vegan option that a big store in Spain have it. You just found it.
Mercadona for all the listeners. And you also told me, because another very typical Christmas Spanish pastry is turrón. So you also told me there's 2 vegan turrons in Mercadona. I'm gonna have to look them up. If later you can Google if you can send me some images later.
Yeah,
I will. I
actually,
appreciate
there's
that.
if you go to Instagram, there's a profile called Vegacelona, like a Mercadona Vegacelona, and you can find listed all the vegan stuff they have on the supermarket.
Okay, yeah, I follow a couple of those Instagrams, like vegan Lidl, vegan Alcampo, but I wasn't aware of Vegacelona. Okay, very cool, very cool. But I feel like Barcelona has always been 2 steps ahead of Madrid.
No.
No?
Used to be at the beginning. Let's say 2000, around 2000, 2005, I would say Barcelona was like first line. But I would say Madrid now is way better for veganism. Like if we talk about spots, I think Madrid, they do a better job. I mean, it's not that I'm proud, but but it is.
It's okay, maybe you have more experience, but I would say, yeah, Sarah, my girlfriend, and I, we go at least on 1 day a week, and we just put Happy Cow, and it seems like there's a new vegan restaurant every month. So, and what I really like about the vegan restaurants here in Madrid, that a lot of them are specialized.
for example, one of my favorite ones is called Los Alpes, which is all Peruvian vegan food, which I highly recommend. So next time you're in Madrid, I will take you.
You're gonna take me to that place?
I'm gonna take you to that place next time you're in Madrid, okay?
Next summer. I mean, I know I'm gonna be in Madrid for those Youth of Today shows that we're playing. Well, I'm going out of context, but I'll be playing Madrid in summer.
but yeah, but that's a good segue. We're not gonna get into Appraise yet, but yeah, congratulations on the shows with Youth of Today. I'm guessing that's something off your checklist. So your band Appraise is playing with Youth of Today.
Yeah, we're doing like a weekend with them. We play in Madrid and Barcelona, and I'm gonna give you like a highlight.
Okay.
We might change our name and going into a new band. Not sure, but it's probably be like that. The thing is like we had recorded a new record, a new LP that is gonna be out on Refuge Records and Bcore, and who else? And Can Keep Us Down is helping as well on the. So the thing is like is 10 new brand songs, all of them in Spanish.
Okay.
So we're thinking about maybe just not putting a press in, to rest a little bit, maybe like we kind of having two bands at the same time, but we're probably gonna play more like the new stuff. So we probably just gonna change our name, but we play from time to time with Appraise too. But
so this is super interesting. So what's the main difference? The language, or is it musically? Does it sound different?
Music wise, is I mean it's you can when people listen to the record. Definitely, there is more like we have worked way deeper into the songs, and I would say it's still hardcore. Definitely 100% hardcore, but like before, like I will like okay, let's do a fast part, a most part, fast part, most part. Then we're done. Now we add melody. We like definitely our like the influence are wider now. We definitely have hardcore, but we have rock, we have metal. One of the songs I can tell you, when I came with the idea, that song from Halloween called "I Want Out."
One of probably their best song. Of course, I love that song.
So I heard the melody and I said, I need to do something like that. And I called the guitar player, hey, we need to do like a line with that, And kind of the second song of the LP. Now if you listen, it's not gonna be like okay, they take it from I Want Out, but then by the idea came from that song, Well, what do you?
Sorry. No, I didn't want to interrupt you, but I got super excited with the Halloween reference because I would have never guessed you could use Halloween as an influence for Appraise or similar. But I think
that's the thing that I think is our best record. There's no doubt about it, because it's the first time, when you're in a hardcore band, there's like okay, there's a formula, and then you had to keep that formula. Otherwise, and for the first time after a few years playing, we were like, hey, we don't care. We're gonna do whatever we like it. As far as we're happy, we're gonna do it. And then we realized that we can take stuff from other styles and then making sound hardcore and giving like our, giving your touch. So I'm really happy. I'm gonna forward the record to you.
Please, I'm very excited to hear it.
Plus, as a hardcore kids, for the first time, it's the first time that we really have a budget for the record. So that's something very nice. And we decided to ask Don Fury to do the mastering, because he basically recorded all the bands that we love. So we were like, okay, we are gonna ask him, but probably it's gonna be super expensive, so we are not gonna do it. So we sent the songs and stuff, and he was super into it, and the deal that he offered to us, he was definitely, I'm gonna say that, cheaper than doing mastering in Spain.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. So the new record, the master is by Don Fury.
Dude, that's all very exciting stuff. So I'm looking forward to receiving the record from you when we're done with this conversation. I'm gonna see if I can pinpoint the Halloween reference, and I'll let you know. And
Okay.
how
And the
come
bad
that?
news is that it's gonna take half a year because the pressing plans, all the vinyl, the COVID, and everything is super delayed. So it's gonna take half month.
But when did you send it to the pressing plant?
Like 10 days ago.
Okay, so I think if us underground bands, we're lucky. I think if we get it in 8 months, I think that's the minimum that I heard.
I mean, the label is pushing to have it because what he said, like I refused. He was going to try to do just the vinyl and doing the layout in another in another printing company, whatever. So from the vinyl, just do the vinyl, so make it as quicker as possible. And but we were thinking about doing like a demo tape for Can Keep Us Down Fest, so at least people can listen something or whatever, So
that, yeah, for the listeners, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are aware, but there's a humongous delay, more than usual, in the vinyl pressing plants because mainstream artists like Adele and big pop stars are now on board with pressing records, and of course the few pressing plants that press records are going to give priority to the artists that want a big bulk of records rather than bands like us that need 500, 1,000 copies, more or less. So that's why there's a huge delay with our scene. But I think that's an excellent idea, what you're saying about putting out like a demo tape. That's what Teething is also thinking of doing. We're thinking of, look, we're going to put it out on CD and cassette, and when the vinyl comes, it comes, but we just don't want to wait any longer.
I mean, recording that record, I mean, if Gabi has something good, that definitely it gave us time. It gave us time to do it. And then I remember it was, we recorded last Christmas on December, around right before Christmas. And I remember the studio guy, like, hey, you want to do it next month? And I was like, I'm not going to press to do my vocals next month because we are not going to be able to play or anything. So I did a demo of the record at my place. I just, I record myself. And then when I have everything super clear, and then I went to the studio and I did it, everything super fresh, super quickly. And it was definitely a smart move. And we save money because I didn't have to stay all the time, going over the same song over and over, But it was a...
So, Gabi, I'm sorry. I'm not sure I understand. You recorded the vocals at your house?
Well, I did a demo of the LP at my place, just the vocals. Okay. So when I have everything clear, I went into the studio.
Okay, so you warmed up and you had the structure, the cadence, and everything. Okay, so you saved a lot of time. It didn't give you time in the studio to like be doubting or whatever. Okay.
Yeah, that was a good idea.
What band names do you have in mind? Any good ones for in case you replace Appraise?
We're thinking about calling us Pulso.
Pulso, okay.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, we've been talking about that, but at the same time, some of the days we're like, we should keep playing as Appraise, and then some of the days it's like, we should do like a new band. But I think that we're gonna just keep playing the five of us, and then maybe one day we call Appraise, and that's not the other day. Also, probably we're gonna play Appraise songs whenever we change the name. We're gonna keep playing those songs because we like those songs.
But I think you said something really smart before, which is whenever you're in doubt, you just do whatever feels right or whatever makes you happy. Because a lot of times I'm sure you see yourself in this situation. I'm like, oh, what should the next step for the band be, or what's smart marketing wise or whatever. But really just do whatever is fun, you know, because we have to remember we're doing this because it's fun. That's it, you know.
Well,
So
that's the thing. Like, okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna sound like an old guy or whatever, you know. But I've
okay.
been around for 20 years, you know, and then you can see very clear that people it's just having a strategy, like a marketing plan for the bands, which in a way is good because I mean definitely having a you know like a program or whatever you want to do it like you know setting a good plan is something good. But it's like hey, you don't need to do a record every 2 years. So like doing like every 2 years a full LP, then the next year doing a 7 inch and then doing like a split 7 inch and then a compilation or whatever. Because at the end, you just release. I mean, there's a few exceptions, you know, people that are really talented, but not we are not very talented. We are just people that we put effort on it and we get something decent, you know. But at the end, it's like you just put crap, you know, like having a good record. It takes time, and you want
Yeah.
to do it like every 2 years. You think that it's gonna take like a 6 months since you go to the studio until it's released. In 1 year and a half, you're not gonna be tied to play those songs. Probably you're gonna do like a something super cliche, and then it's gonna be another record, you know.
Yeah.
And then you take a second and you think, how many records I'm gonna do in my life?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe we are super lucky and we make a lot of records, but the month of that, like you know, how many I'm gonna do? Like a 2, 3, 4, 5? You never
Yeah.
know. So you have to do like your best in every record, you know.
So what you're saying is quality over quantity.
Okay.
I can agree with that. Yeah, I can agree with that. And I've been on both sides of the coin. Sometimes I'm like, no, we got to keep it constant, like more 7 inches or more splits, or and sometimes I'm like, hey, let's take it easy. Let's make let's just make good music. Like you were saying, like, oh, I don't care that at the end of the day, what you want to make is a good song. It doesn't matter if it's fast, if it's slow, if it's hardcore, if it's not hardcore. Just make a good song that you enjoy.
Yeah.
You know.
And then it's like well, the hardcore just became something. I mean, not for everyone, but for quite a lot of things happening in hardcore now. It just become another industry, you know. Like it seems that you don't play that fast, you're not doing good, and you don't bring a lot of people to your shows, you're not doing good, and you had to do like a vinyl in 7 different colors and going on a European tour, blah 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 blah, and then a new band happened, and all that happened in, let's say, 1 year, 2 years, and then it's boom. Everything's like a super weak, you know. And then
Yeah.
how long you been playing with it? Around 10 years, 12?
10 years.
And at the end, it's like what do you want? Like being super active for 1 year and then forever gone? Or just, you know, kind of cultivating, you know, like working on the band and making something, you know,
Yeah.
harder, longer, whatever, you know.
I can agree on everything you're saying. So it's yeah, a lot of bands. I think you've been in the scene a long time. I've been in the scene a long time. A lot of bands come and go.
Remember your first band?
Sorry?
I remember your first band. Nothing
And
that
then
after
please, where that band was my first band that I started when I was 17 years old with a bunch of guys that later went on to form Tundra.
Uh-huh.
And I formed Teething, and yeah, but we did some cool stuff for a couple of years, and
Well,
yeah.
that's another point that when I was saying like you need to kind of slow down a little bit, and every time you do like well, you do something solid, you know, something that is gonna be helpful for whatever you do in the future. You know what I mean? Probably Nacer de Cenizas is not your best band or whatever, or the best thing you did, but definitely it helped to become what Tundra has become or what Teething has become. And I hope that Teething is forever the band, but if someday the band is gone, you're probably gonna take that experience and put it into something new,
For sure, a lot of my ethics and a lot of stuff, important values I learned with Nacer de Cenizas, playing with hardcore bands, just and all of these lessons I've learned, I've applied it to my relationships, to my work, to my job, to my family. So yeah. So
well, that's what lately I've been thinking. Well, lately, probably the last couple of years, I've been thinking a lot about that, because there's like that idea that hardcore should stay hardcore, which I back up 100%. But at the same time, it's like, hey, when not everyone in hardcore, but let's say that a decent group of people involved in hardcore is capable of doing so many great things, It's like, hey, take those things outside. Like, for example, now I work I work for a travel tour operator, it's kind of a huge company. But before, I used to work for an airline. Okay, that's what I've been doing for many years.
Okay.
And at the beginning, I was like a kind of a side guy on my job, you don't have that many experience. Other people is better than you. Kind of being like a kind of the shadow. And then it's like, hey, for example, when I do the Can't Keep Us Down festival, it's like, hey, you holding an event for more than 1,000 people, and you've been doing that for 10 years, and you bringing people from many countries. People is traveling from like a lot of countries from Europe. People is happy. You're taking care of accommodations, sending the backline, marketing, commercial stuff, the budget, everything. It's like you can do this for another stuff. And at the end, I was doing for an airline. It's like and I feel like a lot of people kind of, okay, I do that in the hardcore. I keep it as my shelter. But then it's like, hey, we can do it in both places. You know what I mean? And
yes,
that's what I've been thinking on the last 2 years, And then, well, sorry about that. I'm going to keep talking a little bit. Sorry if I talk too much.
No, but this is what this podcast is all about. Please ramble everything. Please ramble away, Gabi.
Okay. And that's when it comes to Vida Cafe. It's like, okay, that's what we're supposed to talk about Vida Cafe, and we keep talking about music and stuff. But Vida Cafe is like, okay, I went into hardcore. I found out vegetarianism. Then it was a transition, it was like a period of time until getting into veganism. And then I've been being vegan for, I don't know, 16 years. And then it's like, okay, people in hardcore knows about being vegan or being vegetarian and everything. And it's important to keep it present. And but there is outside world that you can just bring that message. And then when it comes to, a couple of friends, Joan, who plays in Appraise with me, and he does Can Keep Us Down too, and a friend from London called Nacho. You know that cafe called Black Cat in London? Black Cat?
I'm not aware of Black Cat, no, but I'll write it down next time I go.
He's running Black Cat. So the three of us, we've been talking about for years, talking about doing a vegan spot in Barcelona. And then when it came to pandemic, we were boring. We had nothing to do. And we kept talking. And then it's like, hey, we should really do that. And then we were lucky, and we found a great location, and we did it. And that experience that I'm putting into a new business outside hardcore. Well, I mean, whatever I do in hardcore for me is not a business. It's just well, I get a lot of profit, but I'm not money profit, because
Yeah.
luckily I have my income and money comes from my work. But definitely I have I learned a lot of stuff from hardcore, and I want to put everything outside that. And I mean, I'm not gonna say that it's being wonderful, because I mean it's being wonderful, but it's a lot of, I mean, I wouldn't say fear, but you never know if it's gonna be good, if you're gonna make money enough to pay the workers and everything, if people is
Right.
gonna like it, if you're gonna get a good review on the internet and everything. But at the end, for example, this last weekend, Saturday, I wasn't working there because now I'm kind of well, I would say managing, but so I
Okay.
keep going there, but I mean, not in in front of the line, but it
Right.
was local people, probably people over 50 or 60 going to try vegan food. And hey, I heard it's good, and coming here, and having a 10 or 12 tables, random people, not be, I mean, everyone is super cool, everyone is super welcome, but what I like it is to bring this to people that doesn't know about
Yeah.
veganism, and it was that's why we did this, and it makes you feel good. That's what we want to do, taking whatever we have learned from hardcore and bringing it into society, because we want to make a change. I mean, you need to be wider, going big. I mean, not going super crazy. I mean, I don't want to be at the new McDonald's or whatever, but
Yeah.
you need to think big. It's hey, you can do something bigger, and that's our idea. So now you
Got,
talk.
no, Gabi, I'm so when I heard about Vida Cafe, I was so impressed and proud and happy you pulled this project together, and and it's been open just for a couple months, if I'm correct.
Yeah, 2.5 months.
Okay. And can you shout out the address for whoever's listening?
It's Feliu y Codina 24,
Okay.
Barcelona. It's in the neighborhood of Horta.
Yeah.
And the blue line 5.
Okay.
But well, whatever. Is a
Yeah, you can
Horta.
look it up on Instagram. And
we are Google, we are Happy Cow, and so you can find it there.
Yeah, and when we talked on the phone the other day, I like what you told me, which was what you were telling me now. First of all, it came to my mind. I'm like, yeah, you obviously, you're running your own business now. You learned that from hardcore, like what you said, that whole I'm gonna do this myself with my friends, and I'm gonna send a good message, and I like what you told me on the phone, which was you estimated that maybe 60% of your clients are not vegan or vegetarian, but they're just
probably go higher now. I'll probably say 70 or 80 now.
That's great. That's great news. And I'm looking forward to going with the teething guys in January. Maybe for breakfast or for lunch.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you a couple of things. You're probably gonna go for brunch, but then the food at the festival when you play in is gonna be provided for the cafe too. So you're gonna have it
double.
For sure. Yeah, you're gonna have double. And then one of the things I realized, when going back to take a second and slow down and see how you want to do things. For example, we decide that we don't want to have a crappy food. We want to have a good quality. We don't want to overprice anything. And for example, when it comes to coffee, or we have a soya and oatmeal, we go for quality. And it's super funny, and it's super, I mean, I wasn't expecting that, but we have a bunch of old people, and when I say old, I mean all over 70, that
Okay.
they went for a coffee and they were like, okay, whatever, this is about, I'll have a coffee. And we have like a organic, and it's a fair trade organic coffee, real coffee. And now it kind of becoming popular that they're coming back because they like the coffee, because it tastes like coffee, you know? And
Wow. Okay.
we having people that they just come because food is real food. Like and I'm not talking about vegan food. It's like okay, if I bring here and I have a salad, it's salad. If I have a coffee, it's coffee. And I wasn't expecting that, but that now that I've been on the area, I've been going, okay, I'm gonna be to the bar and have a coffee, see what they sell, and
Yeah.
that's not coffee. And then now that I have like all the providers, the companies that sell you coffee and everything, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, the coffee that we sell, the final price is not expensive, but the price that we have for the coffee beans is expensive. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably more than the double. But then when you have coffee, you have coffee. Like,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
something it's nice during the week that you go and you can see like like a 70 years old ladies with the friends having coffee, talking, and then one day it's like, oh, what you have to it? Oh, you have croissants, but it's a regular croissant. No, it's vegan and it's good. Yeah, it's good. And then they try it, and now they're kind of they try the first day a croissant, then they go to a carrot cake, and then they bring the husband and they have dinner together one day. So it's like kind of oh, this is good. It's not what I expected, but it's good. So that's kind of the mission.
I'm so glad you told me about the coffee, because I'm not a big coffee guy, but I'll definitely have coffee when I go to Vida Cafe, and I can definitely enjoy a good coffee. And some of the guys in my band definitely enjoy a good coffee. So
Well, kind of some people complain that it was too coffee, like
okay, too
yeah,
strong.
yeah, it's like yeah, it's real coffee.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, because we have like a coffee with no caffeine too. It's
Okay.
like, oh, you sure that it's not caffeine in this coffee? Yeah, it's organic, it's real coffee. Oh, because I normally it doesn't taste like coffee. It was like, well, okay, but this is
Okay.
but so far is lot of struggling, because if it's rainy, people is not going. If it's cold, people is not going. But then it's sunny, people goes out again. But no complaints, no complaints. We work hard for
Excellent.
that, and that's it. And we're gonna
That
make it.
that's really what I look for. There's a couple of vegan restaurants in my area that whatever I order, it's fucking amazing, because I know all of the ingredients they chose are really good ingredients, just like what you're telling me. They're handpicked, they're very organic. So I know whatever I order, it's gonna be good. So this is the vibe I'm getting from Vida Cafe. So very much looking forward.
Yeah. Looking forward to have you here. You
This
wanna
is a
do an
perfect,
unplugged? You wanna do an unplugged at the Vida Cafe?
maybe, maybe, maybe. Have you been having any acoustic performances or anything?
Well, we had like on a Sunday morning we have a DJ, like
Okay.
a 70s, 80s music, kind of a reggae and
Okay.
soul music. That's because I'm gonna explain you why we did that. It's like my colleague, she's working there, and she's responsible for the Feria Vegana, like the vegan fair in Barcelona. It happens once a month. So basically, she's like she's working on the kitchen. So that Sunday, one Sunday a month, she's off for doing the vegan fair. So we were like, we don't want to lose, because it was like at the first 2 weeks. So it's like, oof, we are not ready. We need more training. So
Yeah.
like, what can I do for a Sunday? People is gonna come. I don't want to do like if we serve food, we want to be good. So we did like some tapas, and then like a kind of drinks and stuff, and then we
Uh-huh.
put like we did like a DJ session, so people came, have some food, but not really like like a burgers or the menu or whatever. So we did it then, but we're thinking about doing like a once a month, something related to music as well. And on a Thursday before Can Keep Us Down, we're gonna do an unplugged for sure. Not a
Awesome.
real show, but you know, kind of, you know, we want to like we want to open the place for new people, but we want to have our own place too, do stuff that we like it, you know. So
Yeah, that sounds like a smart and fun idea. Like we were saying before, just do stuff because it's fun. That sounds like fun.
yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good.
I
That's a
mean, we
good
want
idea.
to keep it fun, you know. It's like the same as you do a band.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end, it's kind of the same, you know. You do a band, you had to think that you know that you had to put time, effort, probably money, and you know if you don't if you don't make a smart move, you're gonna lose money and you're gonna lose
Yeah.
time and everything. So that's kind of the same, you know. Like you had to think how to do things, you
Okay.
know.
Well, Gabi, this is a perfect segue for me to talk about, because I don't know if you've listened to any of the episodes of Subway Rack podcast, but if you haven't, I ask all of my guests, I start off with one of the best questions, which is a perfect segue because we're talking about food. And I want to ask you, do you prefer sweet or salty food in general?
Both. Okay, I like both, but I'll say that sweeter stuff is kind of I'm losing my mind for sweeter stuff.
Okay, so you have a sweet tooth, a very big sweet tooth. Okay. And do you recall like your favorite sweet dish or pastry, or is there like my thing is palmeras de chocolate. Like that's like I will go fucking insane. I will hunt for palmeras de chocolate. But I want to know what your dessert is.
A good ice cream.
Okay.
Well, you need to know that I've been working for 20 years on when I was in high school. On during the summer, I was working on an ice cream store, like an Italian ice cream store. And when
Nice.
that was supposed to be just for the summers, and then I went to university and I keep working there the summers. And then when I finished my studies, I got a job about what I studied, and I quit. But the that happened all in my neighborhood. And then the owner called me one day like, hey, I know you're working, but I really like you. You know how everything goes in on the ice cream store. I want you here just on the weekends. I was like, you know, but I'm working during the week. I don't want to work that much, and you know, I'm playing in bands, so sometimes I go on during the weekends. I'm going out, blah blah blah, and say, okay, here's the deal. You're gonna work like a 3 hours on Saturdays and 3 hours on Sundays. It was from noon to 3, and then like whenever you need to go out, you can go out, and that's gonna be just in summertime, so from May to September. And money wise, is something that I couldn't say no. It was super good money, and that had that long for 21 years.
Oh, I didn't know this aspect of your life. Okay.
21 years, and I've been working till last September at the ice cream store, and and well, it's probably I'm not going back since that we have the cafe, but I'm pretty sure that someday I'll go just to, because then you know we've been working so many years. He's my neighbor, and we became friends, so it was kind of not really a job, you know what I mean? And then to make it you like an idea, we did even we went together to Kenya on a trip, you know, like a kind of going
Okay.
on a trip.
Okay.
So I'll probably say like a nice ice cream. That's my best dessert. I'm probably carrot cake. as well.
Oof.
You need to
Okay.
try
Oof.
my carrot cake.
Is it available in Vida Cafe?
Yeah. I'm responsible for everything sweet that you have at Vida Cafe.
Really? Okay. Okay. Exciting. Then
I keep it very simple. As I said, I'm really, I mean, I shouldn't say that, but I'm gonna say I'm really good doing carrot cake, and
okay.
really good doing brownie, and I'm really good doing cold marmolada. You know what is marmolada? It's kind of a
Mar-
vanilla chocolate cake.
Oh, I'm not aware of this heavenly pastry. I'm gonna have to order it.
So I keep it very simple, and I do those three things, and I'm gonna say that I'm tired of baking. I'm tired of baking because you know, like okay, you do like 3 cakes, and you say like that should be enough. Should be alright for enough for the weekend, and then you go on Saturday morning just to see how everything is. Like fuck, I need to bake more.
Oh shit.
But no complaint. But it's
yeah,
like
that's it's a good complaint to have.
Yeah, we could go and buy frozen carrot cake, but as we said before, we want real food. So
there you go.
And then I do like some kind of frozen. You're probably gonna like it. That I took it from the ice cream store I used to work. It's a brownie with a coffee, and then you just make the brownie wet with the coffee.
Oh my god, dude!
Then you put cream, brownie, cream, and then caramel on the top with some nuts. That's heaven.
That's
heaven.
That sounds so good, dude. I'll tell you what. All of the members of Teething will each order. We'll each order a different dessert, and we'll just share them all.
All right, makes sense.
Yeah, man. Okay, so following my we're gonna do a lightning round of food since I see your. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 2 options, and you just have to answer quickly, whatever comes to mind first. So, Gabi, breakfast or dinner?
Dinner.
Okay. Brunch?
I don't have breakfast normally.
Oh, you don't have breakfast? Okay. So dinner. You're a big dinner guy. But today you're having mantecado for dinner. Or this is just your appetizer.
It's a snack. That was like what we call merienda, because I'm probably gonna have dinner at 11 or whatever.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Brunch or midnight snack?
Both.
Okay. Okay. I prefer brunch.
Midnight snack. It can be really good.
Yeah. But it's like a sin, you know? Because usually when I have like a good midnight snack, I feel like shit the next day.
I don't. But you know what I really love about? You go to sleep and then you just wake up in the middle of the night. I know it's not healthy at all, but but it is like that. You woke up in the middle of the night, you go to the bathroom or whatever, and then drinking any kind of soda when you are half asleep, that's the best thing ever.
Really? I've never tried that.
I don't do that because I don't do that, but that night that you have friends over for dinner and you have like a Coca-Cola on the fridge because and then you go and then you go back to the bed. It's the best thing ever. Best feeling. It's like you sleep, you are half asleep, and then you have that sugar in your body, and then you go back to sleep. I know it's not healthy, but it's the best thing.
I'm laughing because I can understand how that seems attractive because it's cold, it has gas, it has a bit of sugar, I don't know, it's
it has all the bubbles that you don't breathe. You just is like because it's the best thing. It's kind of a feeling that Oof, I should breathe, but if I do, I'm not gonna be able to drink it more. So you just keep it like a
That's hilarious, dude. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I don't have. I have some Coke. I'm gonna do it tonight. I'm gonna try to do it tonight, and I'll let you know. Okay, on with the lightning round. Fruit or vegetables?
I would say both, but I have an obsession with mushrooms. I eat
Okay.
every day mushrooms. I love it.
Yeah,
Everything with mushrooms.
yeah. I cook a lot with mushrooms too, because it goes great with everything.
Yeah.
Mushroom.
Well,
Yeah.
now here at home we have an issue because my girlfriend, she used to like mushrooms, not anymore because of me.
Because you gave her too many mushrooms.
Yeah, but it's
Okay.
the best thing, and it's healthy. It helps you to keep control of your calories in your body.
Uh-huh.
It's perfect, It's tasty. You can have it and everything, so why not?
What's your favorite mushroom?
Portobello mushrooms.
Okay, yeah, that's
And
excellent.
and one of my favorites too is that bottom mushrooms that they have in the UK. Basically, it's a mushroom they boil it, which is not the best mushrooms, but I like it. I like it because it's like I'll say like the meat is thicker,
Okay.
because the other is like too watering, and this one is
Uh-huh.
got without less water, and I like that.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try this. I don't think I've tried this. That sounds amazing.
They
Okay.
call them bottom mushrooms.
Bottom mushroom. Okay, awesome. Okay, on with the lightning round. Chinese food or Japanese food?
Oof, neither.
No,
I'm not an, let's say, Asian food.
no
I can't
way.
have it. Like for example, another issue at home. My girlfriend, she love ramen.
You
Done. I don't. It's like I can have it, but if I go outside and I have ramen, it's like I feel like a kind of I have soup when I'm sick. You know what I mean?
I understand. And Alvaro, the drummer of Teething, says the same thing. Like it's like what? Yeah, with soup is it's like, yeah, it's something I have when I'm sick. Why would I have it when it's something? Yeah.
I have soup if I'm sick or if it's super cold.
Yeah.
Same happen. What do you think about apples?
Apples.
Yeah.
I love apples, but like whenever I'm eating a good apple, I'm thinking in my mind, apples are so good. I should eat apples more often. They're so delicious. But I never go and buy apples or get apples. But when I'm eating one, I'm like, this is great. What do you think about apples?
I think about apples like you're sick and then you become older.
Wait, you're sick?
And you become older. It's like why? It's like I'm totally into apples with for pastry desserts, and I'm fine. But
Okay, yeah.
why you gonna have an apple when you have a watermelon, when you have cherry, when you have melon,
Okay.
you have peach, orange? It's just not great. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's regular. It's just okay. For example, hey, it's your birthday. You wanna have a cake, or you can have an apple with sugar. You wanna have a cake? It's like I don't know, just an apple. It just kind of whatever,
I think because there's this thing ingrained in our brain with apples, because apples usually are, yeah, like my grandmother, she would make apples in the oven with sugar. Or teachers, like in movies or comic books, you would always give a teacher an apple. So I think there's like we have ingrained in our brain that apple is an older person food. Gabi, so
sorry about that, but lights went out.
okay, lights went out. Don't worry. Well, let's continue with the with the lightning round. I don't know what happened, but yeah, you suffered a blackout. So, do you prefer cereal or pancakes?
Ooh. Pancake.
Yeah, me too, man, for sure. French fries or baked potato?
I'll say I have baked potatoes, but just because it's healthier. But French fries.
Okay.
I'm gonna,
Okay.
I'm gonna say something. I have like a weird imagination, but have you ever thought about think about, for example, let's say like having tomatoes, salad, lettuce, and everything is kind of you can have it like every day. It's healthy. Something the other way around that you could have French fries as salad when it comes to be healthier. Like the healthy option would be like having French fries. That would be the paradise.
So, okay. So you mean living in a universe where the healthy option is
like
French fries?
Like the fries, like having fries would be like what you need to eat the most to be healthy.
Wow, can you imagine? With all these different kinds of sauces and spicy sauces. Yeah, man. I have thought about this a lot, and I actually, next time I see you, I'll give you a copy of my latest illustration zine. A lot of the theme is focused on food, where it's like, imagine we lived in a world where you could eat all you wanted and it was super healthy for you and stuff like that. So
like a think, for example, apples, like what, think about ice cream being apples.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's and there's I don't know if this happens to you with ice cream, but I can eat ice cream forever. It doesn't fill me up, like I can just boom, boom, boom.
Well, as I said, I've been working on ice cream, so I have an ice cream store, so I have access, non-limited access to ice cream. And one of the rule that I set for myself is no ice cream at home. No ice cream at home. And I could have ice cream for free every day, like that, but no ice cream at home.
You have to put boundaries, because if not, it's too much. Okay, pizza or pasta?
Pizza.
100%. And this is in reference to your girlfriend that you live with. What's her favorite dish that you prepare?
She really likes. I do like I don't know, how do you say estofado in English? Like a stew.
A stew, exactly. Yeah.
Like like a stew with vegetables, and then I put like chickpeas, tofu, coconut milk, and curry with basmati rice. That's really like.
That sounds amazing. So before you were saying that you're not a big fan of Asian food in general. Are you a fan of South American food?
Well, it's like you need to go a little bit more specific, because I used to date a girl from Brazil. Well, actually, we were married, but long story, short story.
For another podcast, okay.
Yeah, I love food in Brazil, but if you go to Argentina, it's not the same thing. But I love food in Brazil. A lot of fruits, no apples. They have like a maracuya. They have coconut.
No apples.
No apples. They know what is a good fruit. A lot of milkshakes. Have you ever been in Brazil?
No.
You just walk on the street and then you can have like a fucking coconut with having and drink it. Super cheap, super heavy. It's the best thing ever. Mango, they have like a huge mangoes, avocados. Dude, they have avocados like that. And I mean,
Wow.
Appraise, we went to South America and we went to Peru. And we went to the last village before you go out to Machu Picchu. It's called Aguascalientes, and we went to the market. And we have, I mean, that people, the locals, they thought that we were kind of weirdos because they were selling food, and it was something like a salad, rice, a huge avocado. Well, you having like a half of the avocado, and it was seriously at least half kilo, half, like a huge fries, and not frozen fries, like a real fries. And then they were they put in like a quarter of chicken, but everyone was like a vegetarian or vegan. So we ordered that food without the chicken, and that girl working there was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Well, like the expensive of this plate is the chicken. What you having is nothing, and dude, we pay something like 60 cents of euro.
Wow.
And it was seriously food. Like it was super basic, but it was so tasty. It's so good, so good. That's what I like Brazil, because you can have like a rice and beans and everything, and it's basic, but it's super good. And you can have like a milkshakes every day. Like you go to Sao Paulo, there is they call it I can't remember how they call it. Call something like fruteria or something like that. Well, it's a place that is open 24 hours a day, and you just go there and they make you like an acai bowl or a milkshake, and you can have like a mini apple, huge apple, maracuya, passion fruit, mango, strawberry, everything, and everything super good, super good. I could be there drinking all day like a milkshakes, no apples on that.
This is the beauty of touring. I think it happens to us as well, that we enjoy sometimes the food a little bit too much, a bit more than the concert sometimes, So I can see Appraise having a similar experience while on tour.
Well, we have one rule when we go on tour. We have the rule that one meal a day has to be good. It has to be decent. It has to be healthy. Because it happens to us the first time that we went on tour that we were having anything, like whatever, we are on tour. And then when you stay like for 2 weeks, having just fries, pasta, pizza, more fries, more pasta, more pizza, or whatever, it's like, dude, I'm gonna get sick, and then we had the rule of having like a proper meal a day.
That's a good rule to have. I think,
and it works well.
Yeah, because it gives it gives you. That's usually lunch, right? I'm guessing you guys do that. For us as well, since we don't party. We just go to bed the earliest as possible and look forward to lunch the next day. That's like our thing. So that's what we'll be doing at Vida Cafe. And that's, dude, so you guys have been to South America twice, right? With Appraise?
Yeah, we went there twice.
Okay. Is there a plan on going third time?
I don't know. I mean, we haven't talked about it, but with all the COVID now, it would be like unrealistic to set up like that, like it would be nice, it would be awesome, but plus two of us, I mean, not me, but two in Appraise, they have a kid, which is not gonna be an issue we're gonna go on tour as much as we can, but probably it's not gonna be that crazy like going for a month. So probably we're gonna keep it like 2 weeks and a half or something like that. 2 weeks and a half, which I guess is enough.
That's a reasonable amount, because here's on all of my podcasts, I like to do a proposal. But you and me spoke before the pandemic about doing a tour together. So we should once everything
back to normal.
We need to talk again. Okay.
Yeah, well, we're gonna make it. I mean, we should do like one of the regrets, not a regret, but I have the feeling, which I don't know, but I have the feeling that normally when it comes to hardcore, it's like, okay, you play Barcelona, you play the Basque Country, and then you play Madrid and maybe Valencia. But I really would love to go all over the north, and then
Yeah.
going maybe on the south. I mean, we played once in the south. It was okay. It was good. I mean, but I would like to play I would like to play in non-classic places, like going to
Yeah.
new places, because I have the feeling when I mean you've been on tour, you know, when it like oh, you play Berlin, which is cool. I mean normally when we go to Berlin it's good,
Mhm.
but if you play like a small town, people is way more excited, and I like that feeling. I
Yeah.
like that feeling.
Yeah, 100%. Because these people in these smaller cities are they really appreciate that your band came to there.
Yeah,
You know,
and
so
then
a lot of people go.
yeah, and they know that. Well, they don't know when it's gonna be next time they have a show.
Yeah, yeah. They're not spoiled. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're gonna make the most of it, you know, which is it's a good plan. I mean, it's a good attitude.
Exactly. So Gabi, we've covered food, we've covered Appraise. I want to talk a little bit about Can't Keep Us Down, because it's resurrecting.
It's
It's
a
what?
monster.
It's a monster. I want you to give me the elevator pitch. I want you to sell Can't Keep Us Down, that it's happening in 2 months. And I think the full lineup has not been announced yet, correct?
Gonna be probably, well, it hasn't been announced because I haven't had the time to do it. But I can tell you, Chains from the US and Canada is gonna play. They played like a couple of years ago, and we friends for such a long time that they're crazy enough to fly over for one show, and they're not getting paid to cover the flights, no at all. You know, no at all. So they're coming over for 3 days, playing one show and just hanging out. So they're gonna play, and then I'm looking for you're playing kind of. I mean, you're responsible for the metallic part of hardcore of one day, and then Cruz from Barcelona. I don't know, you know them?
Yeah.
They're playing, so they're gonna be the other metal heads on the fest.
Okay, great.
I'm missing one melodic band, which I mean we are thinking like the thing is, like, I mean, we got an idea and we have but we don't have money. Now the thing is, like, with all the COVID situation and regulations and everything, we can put together 350 people, which means 50% of the tickets that we used to sell. So that means half of the money. So
half
that
of the
means
budget,
the budget is, I mean, it has been cut 50%. So we made the decision. I mean, the old Chains want to make it because they want to make it over, and that's it. But we made the decision that we don't want bands. I mean, we don't want to have the bands coming and losing money. If that means that it has to be like I don't know, like a smaller or less. I don't know how to say, like the appealing is minor or whatever.
Okay.
So it could be minor, but it could be decent. You know, everyone that playing the fest has to have like a decent guarantee, like being comfortable and everything. You know, and I have another. When we talk about slowing down and taking the time, I think, well, that's at least I want to think that. I think people really get that we put so much love and so much work into the festival. It's not just another festival. It's just a weekend of socializing and creative bonds through the music. That's what Can't Keep Us Down as it is. And it can be through a band. It can be through another project that is Vida Cafe, or it can be about whatever, like who knows what the future holds up for us, So that's what Can Keep Us Down it is.
That was
I-
a great elevator sales pitch. Thank you. I think whoever doesn't go to Can't Keep Us Down after hearing this is missing out. What definitely one of my favorite, if not my favorite festival in the whole.
It's called festival, but it's not really a festival. I like to call it like a big show, because the vibe is from a show. It's not like there's no fence. You just can be there. Everyone is kind of together, because when you go to a fest, you see the band from, like the stage is 10 meters away from you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the feeling. And when I said that it's a monster, it really is. It really is. Just, we are super thankful, appreciate everything, all the love that we got, all the recognition that we get, and everything, But when how it started, we had our bands, and we were like kind of a few bands, and we were just one day as like a random, like, hey, we should do a show all together one weekend. I was like, okay, we just can book a club on a Saturday and then do it. And then when we start thinking a little bit more serious about it, it was like, there's no way that we can play all together on a Saturday. So we did like a Friday and Saturday. And then it's how it started. And then now it's holding like 1,000 people, which is crazy.
That's insane. And I really like, I remember the last time I was there, you explained to me that you built a stage, right? Or you changed it somehow, like, because the one that they had was a bit too high, so
we build a stage every festival.
Yeah.
Because the other one is like it would be a festival, which I want to be, So we took the stage and we just put it on the floor. The stage is like a 1 meter or 1.20 m. I don't remember, but it's something like a super, like you can just go stage dive or whatever, there's no fence. It's something like that, because I want to be like a kind of that communication, like really close, And one of the things I like it happened at that venue because it's a social center. I don't want to bring it to like a club. Nothing wrong about clubs, but I wanted to keep it like something, because I think it belongs to people and it has to be in a place where people have access, to it. And
for sure.
Same way that we decide that we wanted to do that, maybe someone think, hey, if they do, I can do something similar, and I would be fucking awesome if someone start doing their own thing,
Yeah.
Plus, that's my neighborhood, and I have that pride, and I like to have make happen things in my neighborhood. I don't live there anymore, but that's where I grew up. You remember, like, the root. You remember that in front of the building there is a school?
Yeah.
My mom used to be like working. She was cooking for the kids for I don't know how many years, like 20.
Wow. Years. I had no idea. Okay. You have a very close link to the neighborhood.
So when I finished school, my mom was working like she was getting things ready for the next day. So I was around. So that people on the venue, they know me since I have 5 years, 6 years maybe. So they know me for 30 years now.
Wow, that's another reason to like Can't Keep Us Down. Very heartwarming story. I thank you for sharing that one. I like that one. Sorry, I'm gonna cut you off because did you said Cruz was playing on Friday and Teething on Saturday?
I don't know. Need to make I need to make the Tetris.
Okay.
I know you try to play on Saturday because of work and stuff, because of your job, right?
Yeah, that was just a selfish question for me. But you do your thing. Whatever happens, we'll make it work.
I'll try to make everything like I'll try to make everything happen. I'm used to do that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm really looking forward to see you at the festival. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be wild because you've been in a case for 2 years now.
Yeah. We have
Play a show, right?
we haven't played a show yet. We're playing in a month in France if everything goes well, and then we have and then I think we have 2 shows before the Barcelona one. One in Madrid and another one in Portugalete, and then we have
Okay.
yeah, so very much looking forward to it because I'm going insane like you are.
You have a new best player, right? Or something like that. Or am I
Yes,
wrong?
you're right. How did you know about this?
Because we were supposed to do this last week, and then you canceled it because you were trying a new guy for the band. You told me.
Yes, that's right. Okay, I told you. I thought, ooh, maybe the rumor got all the way to Barcelona. But yeah, unfortunately, David, after 10 years, he's left the band because he got married to his longtime girlfriend, and he's living now in Savannah, Georgia, in the US. So they just started a new life there, and the teething chapter of his life stopped. So now now we're gonna be playing with a longtime friend. He's just gonna help us out for now. So he's gonna be helping us with the live shows for now, but he's not a bassist yet in the band.
But that guy, he will become the best player. You will see.
You think so?
Yeah, it happens to us. Like we have like a same situation with our guitar player, one of the guitar players that when he joined the band, he was the second guitar, and then he got a kid, and he was too busy, and I mean, we're still friends, but he wasn't into playing anymore. So we had Raul from Constrict filling, and he was like, yeah, but I'm too busy, my job, my kid, family and everything. But I'm totally down to fill for any show that you can have. And then I was like, okay, cool. So after a few months, we were like, okay, you've been like playing with us like for 6 months now. And he said, no, I can make it. I'm sorry, I would love to, but I can't make it. I cannot commit. And we have a new guy coming on bass, and it happened before the pandemic. He was from the US, and he was a really good fit for the band. But then he went back to the States and never came back, And then Raul was like, if I'm not too late, I would like to join the band. I was like, of course. And now he's in the band. He's in the band.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I can okay, so that yeah, maybe something similar will happen to us. I can see it because I'm already seeing it a bit, because when I gave him the proposal, I was like, hey man, we have 8 shows, can you help us during these 8 shows? He's like, yeah, but I have a kid, I have 2 other bands, so I'm just gonna do these 8 shows. So this was like a month ago, and they've been giving us more proposals for shows. And so he keeps, I'm like, can you do this weekend? He's like, okay, yeah. So he keeps saying yes to everything. So we'll see what happens.
Well, I'm for sure. If it's not him, you find someone for sure.
Yeah. So Gabi, I want to ask you the last question of the podcast, which is a selfish question.
Okay.
And I don't know if you enjoy horror movies. Do you enjoy horror movies?
No. Boring as fuck. I'm just don't like it. I mean, I have a friend. You remember that band called the Effort from Barcelona?
Mm-hmm.
He's a singer. How do you call that? I don't even remember the name. Is that one of the classic movies? The one with the show.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah. And I remember one year for Halloween, we were like, we need to watch this. This is a fucking classic. This is so good. Like, it's the worst movie I mean, it might be a classic. I have no doubt about it. But as a plot, is the worst story ever. You know that it's like that. I know technology was different back in the day, but dude, at least you can speak in the movie, you know, like a talk. Horrible movie. I'm sorry to disappoint.
No. I liked your answer more than if you would have recommended a good movie. I enjoy this answer more. It's similar to when you were talking about apples.
Yeah. Why apples?
Why horror movies? Why apples? Okay.
Yeah.
And
I'm fine with it. I was forced to watch one horror movie like maybe a couple of years ago. It was, I can't remember the movie, but I don't know what happened. It was, I remember it was a kind of a black guy in a tree. You know those trees in the U.S. that they made like a small house. And it was someone like he was on that black dude was on that tree, and like his soul was taken from the outside. It was nonsense. It was like I might be the dumbest on this room, but I'm not getting anything, you know.
I don't know what the movie this is. A black guy in a tree, and his soul is removed from his body.
Well,
I don't know.
Apparently, the people that I went with, they were saying that it was kind of making like a, you know, kind of a, how do you say, to hacer referencia?
A reference, a metaphor?
Yeah, they were like, kind of taking the reference from a classic movie, and they were doing it. But okay, I didn't get it, but anyway, no sense. But
okay, so
about me.
Okay, so no ramen, no apples, and no horror movies for Gabi.
Yeah.
Okay.
We kind of still would be friends.
And that was my conversation with Gabi Edge of Appraise, Can't Keep Us Down, Vida Cafe. He does not like apples. Do not give him an apple, and do not tell him that you want to watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre with him, because he will say no to both of them. That's all, folks. I'll see you next time with a brand new episode of the Subway Rat Podcast. Bye-bye. Farewell. Thank you, drive through.